Hello, everyone. Matthew Schwab here with Matthew Schwab Speaks with another episode of Matthew Schwab Listens. Eh, Today's interview is with someone I admire a lot, Alix Yokabitus. She is a mother, but she's also my boss slash employer, and she's one of two, including her husband, of Paul Yokabitus, the founders of Carey Estate Planning. So thank you for being on this call, Alex.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks. So the first question is, will you please tell the audience about Carey Estate Planning?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Paul started Carey Estate Planning back in October 2018. So, we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary, which is very exciting. He started with him, just a solo guy, doing everything, like I said, 5 years ago. And now we are close to, I think, 30 employees. We've got several sort of side firms and sister firms as well. So it's really grown into a really big, I think beautiful part of our community. So yeah.
De- Definitely. What do you do with Carey Estate Planning?
So I am a social worker. So I work with our families who do special needs planning. Um, And so sometimes our families will come to us and they need to get things in place to protect their children or loved ones who have disabilities. And so Paul and the lawyers and the team kind of handle the planning part of that. Where I come in is if those families need additional help sort of finding resources or navigating benefits, finding ways to be a part of the community, get involved in the community, finding organizations like Gigi's, then I help to kind of connect them to those resources. I also do a lot of networking with different organizations in the community so I can be well informed on the different services and providers in the community for our clients. And I do some of the content creation specifically surrounding the disability community.
That is amazing work right there. So, what is your favorite part about Carey Estate Planning?
My favorite part about Carrie estate planning. It really does feel like a big, good, cohesive team, family. The people that we have working for us, I think are just very dedicated. They see, the things that we're passionate about and the way that Carrie estate planning has sort of made its mark in our community. And I love that it allows a position like mine. I love that I can be a social worker in a law firm, which is not typical. And that, like I said, Paul and the rest of the team really sees the value in making sure that we have that extra added benefit of community outreach and providing information and resources for our families.
Definitely. Any plans for the future of Carey Estate Planning?
Oh, I think Paul would say there's lots and lots of plans for the future. Yeah, I think, we have a lot of plans to keep growing. We just opened our fourth location that will be in Chapel Hill, which we're really excited about. Yeah. And our current office will be moving to a bigger space to accommodate our growing team. We're still working hard with Carrie Financial Planning. We have a tax planning firm. So there's always lots of stuff in the works. He's got a real entrepreneur mind.
I definitely he does. So, you guys at Carey Estate Planning recognize the importance of employing those of us with a disability. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for offering me the opportunity to work there. A lot of places talk the talk and walk the walk, but you walk the walk. So, mm, so we're done with the serious questions. So now let's do the fun ones.
Okay, sounds good. And we're happy to have you, Matthew. Thank you. You already taught us so much. We're so grateful to have you on our team.
Thanks. That means a lot. So please tell us about your family. I know you're married to Paul, the co-founder of Carey Estate Planning. and that you have 2 sons. What else?
Yeah. So my sons are 8 and 6, and they keep us really busy with soccer and school activities and things like that. But yeah, so we're from Michigan. We are Michiganders, Midwesterners, but we've lived in North Carolina for about 13 years now. We love it. No plans to go anywhere else. This is our home now. We like to be active. I myself enjoy running. I'm training for a marathon right now, so that's taking up a lot of time. I love to cook. We sometimes can be big couch potatoes. We love to watch movies. We love to celebrate holidays. This is our favorite time of the year because we love to celebrate everything fall and Halloween, and then we transition pretty early to Christmas as soon as November hits. So.
Yeah. So I love living in North Carolina. What are your favorite things about living in the area?
Oh gosh, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. So we live technically in Apex, but we're pretty close to Holly Springs. So I love that, just a 10 or 15-minute drive can get us to lots of different places. Fuquay, the greenways are wonderful. We're so close to downtown Raleigh, and there's always stuff going on. Our family has done like downtown scavenger hunts a couple of times, which is really cool. So there's always something to do. The weather too. Like I said, we grew up. Paul and I both grew up in the Midwest, and for the most part, and the weather could be really harsh in the wintertime. We got a lot of snow, which as a kid was a lot of fun. But once you grow up and you have to drive in it, it's not as much fun. So it's nice to get this beautiful weather.
Yes, and the good thing about North Carolina is that when we do get weather, it's not a whole lot and it's very short-lived.
It is, yeah, it's good. We kind of joke. We're like, we just need one day of snow a year so we can have fun and play in it, and school can be canceled. But then after that, we're good.
Yeah, yes. So who is the funniest person in your family?
We have this conversation a lot, actually. I think the ranking in our family as it stands now is Paul is the funniest, then my youngest Connor, then my son Mason, and then me. Sadly, I'm not the funniest, although I try to be.
Who's the funniest person in the office?
Ooh, in the office. Oh gosh, that's a great question. I would say Paul is probably like the biggest jokester, but I work a lot with our marketing team, and our amazing marketing director, Amanda Singletary, makes me laugh at every single meeting. So I think it's a pretty close competition between Paul and Amanda.
Nice. What were your favorite television shows when you were growing up?
Oh, when I was growing up, that's a great question. I was a big fan of Disney, so I watched a lot of the TV shows on the Disney Channel. Um, when I got a little bit older, I definitely like Friends and The Office. Parks were good for me.
Were you saying Parks and Recreation?
Yeah, Parks and Rec. That's still one of my favorites to this day.
Oh, nice. So what what are some movies that would make it on your top 10 list?
Movies, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think because of the season we're in, I definitely have to say Hocus Pocus. Love Hocus Pocus. I love Harry Potter. I grew up when Harry Potter was released in the books, so I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I am a big fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and The Hobbit. I would say Jurassic World or the Jurassic Park series. I'm a big fan of. And I also love a good 90s classic, so A Night at the Roxbury is one of my all-time favorites.
Nice. I love those stuff. Like I love Harry Potter.
Yes, it's so good, especially this time of year. It's so good to go through and watch all the movies again when it's nice and cozy and cool outside.
Definitely. So what music do you put on when you get once you get pumped?
what music do I put on when what?
Pumped.
Oh, so right now, actually yesterday when I was going out for a run, I put on a 90s country Spotify list. So I like some good throwback 90s country. And I also recently found a playlist on Spotify that's called Fearless Motivation. And it's not as much music, it's a lot of like sort of motivational speaking, but it helps me stay, keep going and stay motivated on my long runs.
That, that's very cool. What makes you feel old when you think about it?
What makes me feel old?
Yeah.
um, sometimes it's listening to younger people talk because I don't understand some of the slang and some of the words that younger people are using these days. And I remember my parents saying things like that. Um, and also just random aches and pains when I'm waking up in the morning and thinking, my knees shouldn't be hurting as much as they are.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So I go to the library a lot. Do your boys like to go to the library?
They do, and they just recently got their first library cards this summer. So that was exciting for us.
Nice. I hope they have fun with it.
Thank you. They've loved it so far. They've enjoyed it so far.
Lucia, as you may know, Lucia and I do ballroom dancing every week. Do you like to dance?
I really like to dance. I'm really bad at it. I'm not a talented dancer. I don't have much rhythm at all. But I enjoy to dance for I enjoy dancing for fun.
Yeah. Does Paul ever take you dancing?
No, we don't really do a lot of dancing these days, out. But I will say in college, we were sort of famous for our crazy wild dance moves at different events. So
That's awesome. So, hmm, but how can people find out about Carrie estate planning?
yeah, so they can go to our website, carriestateplanning.com. We are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and they can call our office anytime. Our website has a whole list of all of our practice areas. So we are able to provide sort of a one-stop shop of services for folks. So we do estate planning, elder care, special needs planning, tax planning, financial planning. So we kind of do it all. But yeah, I would say curiousstateplanning.com.
Thank you for that. Pretend you're interviewing me. What would you like to know?
Oh, that's a great question. I would love to know what your favorite part is about the advocacy that you're a part of. So the speaking and interviewing different people. What's your favorite part about that?
I just love helping out my community and I love being an entrepreneur. I love my business.
Yeah, it's really inspiring. I have to say, I'm excited when I get to tell people about send them your TEDx speech and your website. It's really cool.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you for thank you for your time and audience. Thank you for listening to this episode of Matthew Schwab Listens and stay tuned for the next one.